especially the host traditional ruler of this community we're in, His Royal Majesty Eze C.I. Ebere, and of course, the Chairman, Council of Traditional Rulers in Abia State, His Royal Majesty Eze Salinas Ntomba. We welcome all of you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the different programs that are here today, we appreciate all of you. Captains of industry, let me use Dr. Chima Desmond Anyaso to reach out. The various programs, especially ABIA Arise Group, members of clergy, members of the Fourth Estate of the Realm, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, friends and well-wishers, welcome to Abia State, particularly to Nsulu. Ladies, today this event is very phenomenal because we have a leader of uncommon disposition, and of course a man who sees every opportunity to better the lives of Abians and indeed Nigerians who reside in Abia State. A governor who would stop at nothing but bequeathing Abia State with signature projects. One of such that we're all here gathered for today. I'd like to again welcome all of us and say welcome once again. Thank you for finding time to be in this ceremony today. The list is endless, but please permit me to stop at this end. Would like to do it the traditional way, which is what we're known for, welcoming our guests with the traditional kola nut. And I would like to request that the executive chairman, executive mayor of Isialongwa South, please proceed to do the needful. Thank you so much. Isialongwa South of North, please. Thank you.
Okay, rewarding Manayege City na ward, Bakawana local government. Na potro the council on the Notitanian de Sulu, Homonan Sulu, Ward 2, Honorable Don Vic, Biawaroji, the chairman of Tachaman Waraji Gawiche. Where are you? Don Vic, the Honorable Council of Homonan Sulu, Ward 2. Abrolo no, yeah. Biko engega wachia ya weroji Dr. Alex Choma Oti, OFR, Executive Governor of Abia State. Ndeka anyị na mbụ okwu ọjị ndị zomelo ala manya mmemme iwu kemgbe ọjị ihe ala ngwa maka ndị ka ala dị n'Igbo mee n'ofu Igbo ji onye ndị ụlọ ọjị eji anụ bekee mmadụ akpọtụrụ ndị kanselọs mgbe si ndị ka anyị unu ahụla ọjị mmadụ kwa akpọtụrụ ndị stakeholders anyị mmadụ ndị ka anyị ndị ncheta unu aka unu nọ n'ọjị a mmadụ kwa akpọtụrụ ndị meyi ibe m biko unu bịade m aka ka m fere gawa megoro ohere adị akpọ nwanne m enyi m Honorable Matthew Ekwuribe si ya bịa bụ egwuru ọjị a gawa Ozila steeti. Ndewo nọ
amala mmanụ Abia kelenu Nigeria kelezonu. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Abia State, Dr. Alex Choma Oti. Megboro ohere na dị akpọtụrụ ndị ọdọ high level Abonala states, the members of the state executive council and other political appointees in here. Sulu, Yaride Makalazo, Megboroji, Gawa, Chowawane Nwoko, Ochake, the member representing the good people of Isialangwa North constituency.
Amala Mamman. Isialangwa Kelewano. Mamman. Kelewano. Your Excellency. Dogo. Agami Bog. Ojeji Anubeke. Onwa Buruburu. The right honorable representing the good people of Isialangwa North and South in the House of Representatives. Dogo. The kind of one Gagala, Your Excellency, the Dukwane, the Legarawoku Bella, the Kanye Betaloge, Otaka Nabatala, and the House of Assembly, Mada Potromonam, Nalo Nola Abuja, Dr. Chris, Wataka Nologe, Amobioga Carnologe. Munatima lozie aka noloje lumunanye ndekodo akunwe notaloje aga media gawakwa gapotro the speaking deputy speaker of the 10th assembly, our own son, the right honorable Benjamin Okeze Kano.
Amala Mamanu Cho Abia Maman Cho Abia Maman Unu kwesị ike ihe bịara ịrụ awụ isi ala ngwa airport ndị Abia akwanụ nnọọ Cho Abia Mamano Cho Abia Mamano Nigeria Mamano ekelela m unu nna ya ukwu daalị ọhịa m na-etugide alị o bidoro nri kemgbe before a na-eji echiche ịbata politiks mgbe anyị nọ n'ụlọ gị taa masị gị chapụla ị na-achazi nwa zem ọjị ibiri anyị n'ụlọ masị aga m ịta ọjị a ka m dịla ahụ ka ndị waka school boy ekelela m gị otu ihe ọma ji na-eme n'oge nke gị ọchị e nyere anyị wụ ọjị ọma anyị anabatala ya ndị House of Representatives na aha Senate President also National Assembly anyị anabatala ọjị a ma o nwere onye nọ ebe a taa na-anọchite anya President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria maka ọ nọ na executive anyị nwa nọ na legislature ọ ga-adị mma ka m gositi ya ọjị ọ eziokwu na ọwụ onye Igbo ngosi ya ọjị ma ewerezi ọjị a palara eze ọjị eze alakwa eze n'aka Igbo mmamma Honorable Minister Aviation enyi ndị Igbo nwanne ndị Igbo onye hụrụ Abịa n'anya anyị ekelela gị ndị Abịa ewetala ọjị otu m si gwa gị na ụlọ gọvanọ we will speak Igbo because governor said that Oji refused to go to school to learn English and I agree with the governor. The Oji is wise in so many ways, but you see English, he had F9. So I'll keep speaking in Igbo. Bear with me. Later on, my sister, who was in aviation before, will have the interpretation to whisper to you. So, anyị wetala gị ọjị. Ndị Abịa wetala gị ọjị. Ị ga-emetụ ya aka, metụ nwa aka ebe a. Touch your hand here. Yes. This is to say you have received it. Anakwụkwọ aka ebe a. Biko nna anyị ukwu gọvanọ #1 citizen of Abia State. Ọ ihe wụ. Ọ dịghị two. We only have one governor. We don't have two governors. We only have one citizen. The first citizen of Abia State is the governor who is seated here. And no one you home makoro. Oge patara ya ọjị a. Anyị ga-asịkwa ka ọjị eze laa eze n'aka. Igbo mmamman.
Deputy Speaker, email Laga Dragama. Abia, Mamano, Keleno, Mamano, Keleno. Anyị gburu ọjị a nke ka anyị hapụ ịdọtịwe onye ọ na ọjị na-erutere na-akpọtụrụ iwe wele gị. Aga m anọchi anya unu dum dịka omenala Igbo si dị. Ọjị eze alọghachikwala eze aka, mana anyị nwere ndị eze ndị echiri echi n'ebe a. Aga m akpọ First Deputy President, First Deputy Chairman, Abia State Council of Traditional Rulers, His Royal Majesty Eze Nelson Achilefu Merengwa. Ha ọbụla masịrị ga-ewere ọjị a mee. Echi igosi ndị ezi ibe gị, ọ dịghịla aka. Echi etela anị, ọ dịghịla aka. Ọjị nga n'ọla aka, Your Royal Majesty. Ndị eze mmanụ, ndị eze kwenu, Abia kwenu, Nigeria kwezonu. Lega anyị hụma mere n'uwo ya na mbụ hụma Your Excellency Chineke gọzie ebe lichetala anyị edulale ebe ụgbọelu la Abia steeti hụma ngide mere gị onye ọjọọ agịrị eleta gị ndị eze unu ahụ n'ọjị ma third deputy Enwuloji Ezukegbu. Our former chairman Eze Wabeke Enwuloji Eze Waberije na Enwuloji. Former chairman Dr. Aliche Enwuloji. Biko ndị eze niile nọ nga na ma ndị kpọtara ma ndị ma kpọtafụ. Unu nabata ọjị, unu anabatala ya. Anyị ga na-enye chairman onye nwe obena ka ọ tụfu ọnụ anyị nwe ike gọzie ọjị. Ndị ka anyị ụmụ Chineke nọ nga, praise the Lord.
Let me move.
Ndị amaala ekele nọ mma nọ kwenu. Anyị ahụla ọjị la mbụ chairman ndị Isiala Ngwa North. Obi ndị anyị mma nke na mbụ ahụrụ mgbuwo amaghị m si dula taa laga esila anyị ga-aga idula sulu na fegrole. Otito dịrị Jesu n'aha Jizọs. Nwoke a mmiri ya adịghị ire, udo dịkwara gị. Ngozi bụrụ ke gị, onye isi nwere aja ya gwere ka ya chọọ n'aha Jizọs. Leka anya amamla nna m ukwu nọ nga o ọdụ onye na-achụ ọmụrụ ọrụ Eze Linus Nto nọ nga na biko unu nye ya ka ọ tụfu ọnụ ya tụfu ọnụ beta anyị ga-egozi ọjị obena unu gwa ya ka ọ tụfu ọnụ amamla nọ nga na Eze Nto Abia State mma Igbo mma Nigeria kwe onye isi anyị omega afọrọ anya Jụọma ndị Abia nwoke dị nganga nwoke eme ya na-ekwe ka ọ na-eme eme anyị afọla ọjị wetara anyị ọjọọ ma eje gbale oji ala ejele kwesịrị oji ya n'ihi oge anyị agaghị egbugo oge ịgbanwe nọ mbọ Nsulu
nwere ezere ebe onye abamene omenala obodo ọjọọ ọnwa kpọkwa ndị ichie Ntulu kpọkwa ndị ichie Abia steeti kpọkwa ndị ichie Naijiria ya bụ na ọrụ ọgbọm abịa arụ n'ebe ọrụ egbe dị ibede wetara anyị emekpa ya nsogbu aba anyị mmadụ dum ọgọzie anyị ọdịdị anyị ma ọla anyị abịa mma mmadụ
biko before eze na-aba ada enwe ike ịgọzi n'anya ọdị ahụrụ m la nwanne anyị nwoke bibi apụgo n'ọngana biko bibi anyị dị nabatara ebere ka anyị obere eze na-aba gọzie n'anya ọdị
ndị niile bịa mmemme ukwu na taa ekelela m unu abịarala ala nsulie udo dịkwara unu anyị gọzie ọjịwo Chineke nke pụrụ ime ihe niile gị onwe mana ụbọchị ga-adị otu a taa kemgbe izitere anyị nwanne anyị nwoke His Excellency Dr. Alex Odi ya bụ abụrụ onye ndị adu anyị ọma ndị achake taa laha ndị ejiri eji niile mbụ ndị eze ndị Nsulu ndị isi ala nwe North ndị South na ndị Abia eguzo m n'ala Nsulu dasị Chineke bịa gọzie ọjịna wee na mgbe ọjị nnabata ọ bụ anyị anyị ndị asị gọvanọ anyị bịara ya na ndị otu ya niile na-abịara na nganụnụ mbịara mbịara ala Nsulu Chineke mee ifufu n'ehe anyị ga-aga isi n'ala Nsulu felu welu Chineke biko anyị ndị ekete ekoloji na bua nye anyị ndụ nye anyị ahụike nye anyị nchekwube nye anyị ịhụnanya ka anyị ga-eji sọpọtụ ọgọgọrọ anyị ọrụ fụrụ anyị ụgbọelu na ga-abụkwa na anyị nga ife anyị asị la anyị nsi na Nsulu delita anyị nsi ya dị otu a ma mgbe anyị mmechara lawa Chineke dulagakwa anyị n'otu n'otu n'aha Jizọs.
Thank you so much. That was indeed our own traditional way of welcoming the very revered dignitaries in this ceremony today. Moving forward, I would like to invite for a welcome address the Honorable Commissioner for Transport, Dr. Chimezie Isaac Ukebo. Please, a round of applause as he comes forward to give us his welcome address.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Abia State, Dr. Alice Chioma Oti, the Honorable Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Honorable Festus Keyamo Sam, the Deputy Speaker, the House of Rep, Right Honorable Benjamin Kalu, may I stand on already established protocol. Today marks a historic milestone in the development journey of Abia State. We gather here not just to break the ground for a new airport, but to lay the foundation of a future of economic growth, progress, and unparalleled opportunities of our people. The vision of this airport project stems from the deep commitment of His Excellency, Dr. Alex Chomauti, to positioning Abia State as a key economic hub in Nigeria and beyond. As we all know, strategic infrastructure drives the development, attracts investment, and enhances connectivity. And this project is a testament to that principle. This project will not just be an infrastructure for travel, it will be a gateway to the world, connecting Abia State to other states, regions, and international markets. It will serve as a catalyst for commerce, tourism, industrialization, and job creation for our youth and the good people of this state. We have carefully planned this project with transparency and diligence. Every step has been taken to ensure this airport is built to global standards with a focus of efficiency, safety, and environmental sustainability. Our partners in this project bring with them a wealth of experience and expertise, and we are confident that their commitment will ensure timely delivery. Ladies and gentlemen, beyond the physical structure, this airport represents hope. Hope for the farmer who will see his produce reach wider markets. Hope for the entrepreneur whose business will grow through enhanced connectivity. Hope for our young men and women who will find new employment opportunities as this project materializes. To our host economy, to our host communities, be assured that you will be active participants and beneficiaries in this development. Your cooperation and support are critical, and government of Dr. Alex Oti remains committed to ensuring that your interests are protected and prioritized. To the private sector, we call upon you to join hands with us as partners in development. This project signals Abia State readiness to welcome local and foreign investments, and we stand prepared to create the enabling environment for businesses to thrive. Distinguished guests, I must emphasize that this groundbreaking ceremony is not an end, but a beginning. A beginning of transformation, connectivity, and growth that generations to come will look back on with pride. As we turn the first shovel of earth today, let it symbolize the unity of purpose and shared vision we have for Abia State. Together, we are building not just an airport, but a legacy of progress, prosperity, and hope. Thank you, and God bless Abia State and the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you very much, Honorable Commissioner of Transport, Dr. Chimezie Isaac Okebo. Next for his remarks will be the Honorable Commissioner for Lands and Housing, who will be speaking to us on the land and location. Let me welcome Honorable Chaka Chukwumerije. Honorable Chaka Chukwumerije. While he's coming, the project contractor should also be getting ready for his remark. Thank you.
Your Excellency, Governor Alex Choma Oti, the Executive Governor of Abia State, the Honorable Minister of Aviation, Mr. Festus Keyamo, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, the Honorable Minister of State for Labor, Barrister Nkiruka Onyejocha, the Deputy Speaker, House of Representatives, Right Honorable Benjamin Kalu, all protocols observed. Today is a historic day, and we're grateful to the President and Commander of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and Honorable Minister Mr. Festus Keyamo for the siting of the airport in Abia. Our gratitude to our indefatigable Governor, Dr. Alex Oti, for his proactiveness in ensuring that the state provided unencumbered land for the development of the airport, and his intervention in the upgrade of the airport from an airstrip. ABIA Airport in Sulu sits on 1,325.86 hectares of land and was acquired from 9 Nsulu and Mvosi communities, for which compensation will be paid. At this juncture, I will call upon the state coordinator of the ABIA Airport project and also the special assistant to the governor on lands and housing, Pastor Okorugo Aji, to speak further on the project. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please, for the rest of the speakers, we will appreciate if you can rest on an already established protocol. Let me invite the project contractor, Eli Adam, General Manager, Cranberg, to please come give us his 2 minutes remarks. Thank you.
His Excellency, the Executive Governor of ABIA State, Dr. Alex Oti Oathar, the Federal Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Honorable Festus Keyamo San CON. All other protocols respectfully and duly observed. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the flag-off and groundbreaking ceremony of ABIA State Airport in Sulu project. Cranberg would like to express its sincere gratitude to His Excellency and the Federal Ministry of Aviation for the confidence reposed in us again in partnering with our company for the ABIA State Airport project. We reassure His Excellency and the Federal Ministry of Aviation that with Cranberg's remarkable experience in airports development, this project can only be delivered with the highest standards. Once again, thank you for the opportunity to be of service. Long live ABIA State, long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
All right, thank you, the project coordinator, Eli Arden. Let me therefore invite the ABIA State coordinator to please do the needful within 2 minutes. Thank you.
Your Excellency, sir, please permit me to lean on the existing protocol. The Abia State government and the people of Abia State will remember today, December 17, 2024, for the rest of our lives for good, for days and years to come. You say if you can't walk, you run. If you can't run, you drive. But the best of all is to fly. Today, Abia State has been taken to the pedestal of greater flight. The chosen site, which measures about 1,325 hectares of land, was successfully picked because all the analysis, all the tests that was conducted on it passed the chosen requirements for an airport, especially the location, especially the land, terrain and all. More than anything else, the windrows analysis of this land in Sulu proves to be the best. With the equidistant nature of Nsulu and Umuahia Nsulu to Aba, which is going to serve many of the upcoming developments of this administration. So I want to thank all of us, and I thank the host community, majorly Obaha, for their total cooperation, and I know that the Almighty God is going to make it come to pass. I was speaking with somebody now, he told me that Pastor Aji, in the next few days, I'll be eating, and after eating, I will trek into the airport and take a flight to outside the country. Thank you so very much, everybody, and God bless us in Jesus' name.
Thank you so much, the ABIA State Coordinator, Pastor Aji. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, moving forward, of course, like I said earlier, with the governor of Abia State, our project-driven governor, here with us and ensuring that this project, much talked about Abia Airport, sees its fruition. It's indeed a laudable one. And of course, having yet another great Abian, the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Benjamin Kalu, and indeed, our good friend and brother, Chief Festus Keyamo San, Honorable Minister for Aviation. Indeed, our sister here and mother, Mrs. Nkiruka Onyejocha, for the Ministry of Labor and Productivity, and the rest of other dignitaries from all walks of life today to be partners of history. We will be moving straight to Goodwill messages. Ladies and gentlemen, first on the list for 2 minutes of Goodwill will be a great son of Nsulu, a progressive-minded Abian, Chief Ncheta Omerebe. Please, a round of applause. 2 minutes, please leave off protocol. Thank you.
The Executive Governor of Abia State, our dear brother, Dr. Alex Chiomoti, MFR, I plead to stand on all the other layers of protocol already established. My statement is in 2 ways. To appreciate you, to appreciate our president, and to also appreciate the Honorable Minister for making this happen. This is our land. Here we are today is in Zulu land. Assuming that this project is not a good one, we will not be here today. We have consulted with our brothers. We have prayed about it, and the good Lord spoke to us to say that we should welcome this project with our 2 arms wide open. My prayers to you, our dear Governor, is that this community is naturally an agrarian community. We don't have any other occupation apart from farming. And if you come to a community where you take 1,300 and something thousand hectares, you will feel the impact of that community. I will plead with you with my knees down that if there is anything, compensation that is due to this community, we will work with you. Honorable Ginger is seated here. We will identify with you, work with you to ensure that not only that this project will succeed, it will stand the test of time. We pray as we embark on this project, the good Lord will bless you. The good Lord will bless the president. The good Lord will bless everybody.
who is here today for this flag off. For our community, ndị Nsulu, Mekwuola Nsulu. Unu amaala, ọ dị ndị ka anyị laa maa na politiks kwụsị. Mgbe a na-eme election, mgbe a na-eme politiks, emechaa politiks ahọpụta mmadụ. Ndị Abia ahọpụtala Dr. Alex Oti. And Dr. Alex Oti nwere obiọma, ovuha ọma n'obi nye ndị Ngwa. So ndị Nsulu anyị ga-ebiado aka sọpọtụ Dr. Alex Oti na this project. Ndị ka anyị kwere laga ịrụ project a n'oge dịrị mmadụ niile mma n'aha Jizọs Kraịst bụ onye nwe anyị.
Amen.
Thank you. All right, thank you so much, Chief Franchetta Omerepe.
Your Excellency, Honorable Minister for Transport, Aviation, sorry. Honorable Minister, I stand on existing protocol. I am very happy to be here today because this has been my wish, the airport. All of you here knows that for 24 years, I've been appealing to the former government of Abia State to give us an airport. Unfortunately, none of them did it. And happily today, Dr. Alex Oti have done it. I thank the Honorable Minister for Aviation. I thank Mr. President Ahmed Tinubu, Honorable Minister for Labor, all of you, I thank you. And I don't have much to say that I am overhappy. I thank all of you. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Ochaga Ibeko, a man who is not given to too much words, but action, and of us, very frank in his words. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be moving to the next personality. I want to invite to speak to us a pride to not just Ndisia, Longwa, North and South, Abia State, and of course Nigeria. A great son of Abia, representing our people effectively. Honorable Okenze Jinja Owusibe. A round of applause, please.
Your Excellency, the People's Governor, our own dear son, Dr. Alex Chioma Oti. I salute you, sir. Your Excellency, the speaking Deputy Speaker of the 10th Assembly, the Deputy Speaker of the People's House, I greet you, sir. Members of the National Assembly who are here, former and present, including the former Senate President, you are welcome, sir. Honorable Ministers, Minister of Aviation, and our own daughter, the Right Honorable Nkiru Onyejiocha, you are highly welcome. Mr. Speaker of an airstrip for Abia, or an airstrip for Abia State, having seen that all the other states in the southeastern part of this country own an airport. Let me now further thank the Deputy Speaker and other members of the Assembly who supported it in the budget and ensured that it is passed in that budget. Especially, I want to humbly appreciate our governor who quickly accepted the day I brought the hard copy of that letter to the governor. He asked me, where do I think this airport should be sited? I said, Your Excellency, you are directed. Your Excellency, I want to thank you for considering our people, for considering Nsulu to sign this project. I want to also thank you for matching the federal government with funds to make it a full-blown airport. Your Excellency, nobody is protesting against this. Because what they were unable to do, you are doing it. That is why they are protesting. No reasonable person will say that he doesn't need an airport. For our people, the Obaha and the Nsulu. Nsulu is a place blessed by very intelligent and civilized people. I know they are supportive of this. Day before yesterday, I was here. I want to join my brother Tita to raise the little concerns of the people. I want to plead with you. The Honorable Commissioner for Lands mentioned it here clearly that Your Excellency, the compensation will be duly paid to landowners. We know you for doing that. Some time ago, when the Osa Express was built, one of my relations there told me that the compensation he got for his building, he used it to buy a house better than the one that was demolished and had change. So Your Excellency, I know that due compensation will be paid to landowners. They have also requested that when this airport is completed, that they should be considered during employment. Honorable Minister, I want to appeal to you that our people here, they have graduates, they have undergraduates, they have people who can also do menial jobs. They have also said that this project should not be like the Suluges village, which is their land that was also connected, and nothing has been happening there. That this project should be completed within time frame. Finally, Your Excellency, the people of this place are good people. During the election, they came to me and told me that they are going to deliver Labour Party, and that the only thing they need is a health center. And I say, if that is the problem, there is no problem. They delivered all the units here to Labour Party, both in National Assembly and governorship. Today, Your Excellency, I want to tell you that I am almost completing a health center here for them. It's just right at the back here. So this Sulu, I remain you make kwa low to one shikwo. I bumununu. Governor mean well for us. He has flagged up the road from Nteya to Omoala. We haven't had it this good. I don't have this airport. Also, can I see here Gaba? At least we be dualized. Can I see here Komaya will be dualized? Ununyewe, all the corporations. I've told His Excellency also during this Christmas. Laile noko ye gunu nte yamara hebum unu la gimezia mada se la Chineke gi nyaka around this airport na mala mbonye nwere lock. This airport is happening at my own time. Abebe kuna sa me peta for constituency project. They would
Thank you so much. On one thing, ladies and gentlemen, to speak will be here great mind. Our dear daughter, and a woman who has continued to show capacity in assignments. I'd like to make welcome to speak to us the Honorable Minister for State, Labor and Productivity, Honorable Chief Mrs. Nkiruka Onyejiacha. Please, a round of applause. It's also good to inform us that we should try to maintain an eye contact on camera for the benefit of those watching. Thank you.
Ndabia mamman anu kwa moluno ndabia mamman I'll have to check whether we are in Abia or not. Ndabia mamman. Your Excellency, the Governor of Abia State, and our brother, the Deputy Speaker of House of Representatives, my colleague, the Honorable Minister of Aviation, please let me rest on the existing protocol. My own is to thank the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who did not count losses or take any consideration in delivering the dividends of the democracy to the whole country. Abia is benefiting one today, like every other state in the country. Some people were asking what the economic benefit of airports. I say I do not want to say that because they say, oh, because you are in aviation. You will see it yourself in shortest distance time. I want to also assure Mr. President, because you have continued to take interest in ABIA. We are loyal and will continue to be loyal to your government. And we are also asking that you do not leave us behind. Like the last person that spoke, I assure you this is one of the greatest constituency projects that you have attracted, and it will be recorded for you. And I also know that the governor understands what you mean when you said, I hope you will not come and say, I did not attract any constituency project. He also has recorded it for you. And of course, the 10th National Assembly, we are grateful that you have made it possible that it comes to Abia. That means the work I did in aviation has not been forgotten. I claim that too. So, dear audience, I plead that you continue to support the governor of Abia State to continue to deliver on the dividends of democracy. It will only benefit Abians first. So, I thank God that this is happening, and I also know that God will continue to make it happen more than this. And I pray that the government of Federal Republic of Nigeria will not regret partnering with ABIA on all other dividends of democracy, not just one. We know that the housing units will soon be completed. I know you have taken up. Whatever hitches that it is, I know by God's grace that will soon come here to commission that particular project. That's federal government project. So on behalf of my family, my ministry, labor and employment, Abian youths and Nigerian youths will be employed, because we know that jobs are going to be created after the skills acquisition centers and training that lead
that the president promised that he will launch by the end of the year, but because he's been traveling, he couldn't do that. But he's promised that by January that he's going to launch that project that will remove the youth of the country out of the streets. On this note, I thank His Excellency Chioma for inviting us and for partnering with the federal government to make sure that this project is done. And I know that it's going to be diligent in making sure that it's delivered on time. And I'm sure that by God's grace, you commission it at the end of your first tenure. Thank you and God bless you.
All right, thank you so much, Adeje Jemba, Honorable Chief Mrs. Kiruka Onyejocha, Honorable Minister for State, Labor and Productivity. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, moving forward, let me bring yet another great mind to speak to us within a space of 2 minutes. Join me therefore as I invite a former president of the Senate, another great ABIAN, and of course one in whom we're well pleased, His Excellency Distinguished Senator Adolphus Wabara. Please, your hands together. Distinguished Senator Adolphus Wabara, please, for your remarks before we take the next. Please, a round of applause.
Your Excellency, the ever-performing Governor of Abia State, after every election, governance starts. And anybody, no matter who you are in this state, who today does not and will not appreciate what is happening to us, I lead him to God. When this airport will be ready, there will be no discrimination. Ambience. Whether we voted for the governor, in fact, we'll be the first to land there in this issue. Therefore, I want to appreciate Mr. President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, going to be upgraded, or it has already been upgraded to an international or near international airport where aircrafts, 737 will land. So that cannot be an airstrip. I want to thank our members of the National Assembly for their efforts and for their support for this government, for making it possible for this airport to be captured in the budget. So you guys are doing fantastic job. When it comes to the benefit of the airport, I want to beg Ginger and of course my friend that at least let them take 80% of the job, but they should remember us in Abia South that we also will be interested in working that area. Finally, for want of time, Your Excellency, please do not entertain any further advice, particularly from the traditional rulers, that you should divert this airport into something else. I'm just begging you. God, we've learned a lot from that. Thank you very much and God bless you.
All right, thank you, distinguished Senator Adolphus Wabara. Ladies and gentlemen, next to speak. And of course, with that we conclude Please join me as I invite yet another great mind, an Abian, a man who has also continued to show capacity and have also continued to support His Excellency, our dear Governor. Let me welcome the Deputy Speaker, Federal House of Representatives, the Right Honorable Benjamin Okezie-Kalu, to please speak to us in a message we understand clearly. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, the #1 citizen of our dear state, a man I describe as Day Ali. When you call a man Day, in my culture, it means senior brother. It means a man that you respect. I can call you Governor Alex, and that would be normal. But because I call you Day, it means a lot. I really recognize you. The members of the National Assembly here present in their numbers, who left plenary today to support our dear governor. The Minister of Aviation, whose day it is today. A man who has come to show us great love while in office. This will be one of your remarkable achievements. And my lovely, beautiful sister, Nkiru Georgia, Right Honorable, the Minister of State. She's giving me a sign there. I know what that sign means. Minister of State Labor and Productive. The governor is here. I've not seen him. The Deputy Governor Assembly. Let me recognize also the Executive Council that is advising the Governor of our dear state. Representative of various armed forces here present, we recognize you and thank you so much for coming to identify with this project. Let me also recognize the traditional rulers, our royal fathers. We are happy that you are here to give your blessings. Various pro groups here present, we recognize you. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you greetings from the Chairman of the National Assembly, His Excellency, the President of the Senate, Goodwill, ABIA, GCON, as well as my boss and principal, the Speaker of the 10th Assembly, Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, PhD, and Zauzau, who permitted me on the invitation of Deali to come and join with this process that commenced from the National Assembly. I said so because the process of getting a federal government project is through appropriation. Proposals are made by the ministries, and I must recognize the PAMSEC Aviation, who is here with us. When the proposals are made, the Parliament has the right to say yes or no to those proposals. And maybe if you didn't have son as the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives with these great men from ABIA State, the Parliament would have said no to this project. But because you have the Deputy Speaker coming from ABIA State, I was recognized. When they wanted to cite this, it was given to my position as an honor in the succession leadership of the country that if it's coming to Southeast, ABIA State should be considered, especially when ABIA State doesn't have an airport. And when you have a governor that is cooperating with you, a governor that understands synergistic effects of cooperation, a governor that understands partnership, you have no fear that that project will not only commence, but it will be finished. I want to assure you that The president that we have today is a president that is deliberate, that is intentional about developing Southeast region. He's not mincing word about it. He's deliberate about it. And if you want to ask me a question, ask me why Southeast Development Commission has not been approved by previous administrations. They come and they go. The parliament will present it. The president will not assent to it. Only President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the lover of Southeast, that assented to Southeast Development Commission, which your son, with this team that you are seeing here, presented and defended, and it passed through. Today, that particular commission, the board is being formed. Any moment from now, it will start benefiting the people of Southeast. So we thank you, Mr. President, for being intentional about Abia State. Not too long ago, I also partnered with the governor of this state, who is actually development driven. I say it, he's not a member of my party, but I say it because that is the way it is. I came and we went to Okwa to build a center. And I asked him today, how far have we gone with local content development commission? And he told me exactly what others have testified about him. That why I have not heard from him was because he was busy paying compensation to the people of Okwa. And he guess how much? He told me about 11 billion naira had been approved for compensation. So from now on, that project is going to come up. And I want to thank you, Mr. Governor, for remembering our people. While we build projects, we must put the human face in our leadership, remembering there are people who have given up something for the development to come in. And I want to assure you, like I've assured you while sitting down, that we are going to cooperate with you in finishing any project started by the federal government in collaboration with you. The Minister of Aviation is nodding his head because he knows what we are able to do. The people who are standing here cut across various parts of the country as members of the parliament. We are promising Abians that when budgets come, we will look out for the projects that is going to benefit Abia State and will approve it. Are you in agreement, honorable members? Why they are standing beside me here is to promise you that I'm not speaking alone, that the parliament is backing what we are saying. Your Excellency, the governor of Abia State, this project will not be converted to any other project. This project will start and finish in no distance time. I can assure you, like I've assured the MD of FAN, who is sitting there quietly, in fact, the engine room behind this particular project, the lady that is sitting down there, Bosun Kuku, we will look at the budget of aviation ministry when it comes, and we will make sure enough fund is allocated to make sure Abia has an airport in no distance time. Keep supporting the governor. I say so just like all of them have said here, like the former president of the Senate said, after election comes governance. It is only if you are so naive that you begin to campaign when it is time for governance. Let us join hands and build Abia. Whatever good initiative that comes from the governor, whichever one we will find from Abuja and introduce to him. Because I must mention, when the letter came to me, I called Ginger and I said, Ginger, take this letter straight to the governor and discuss with the governor. We will keep looking for avenues to develop our state and other parts of the southeast. Let us join hands together. Let us forget about petty politics. Here today we have Labour Party, we have YPP, we have PDP, we have APC, we have various other parties here. Because development does not know the color of a political party flag. What he knows is about the needs of the people. And having identified these needs, we will support you, Mr. Governor, to achieve it. God bless you, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you so much. The Right Honorable Benjamin Okezie-Kalu Otabiri-Benda, for the massive love you've always shown to His Excellency, our dear Governor, and of course appreciation to other parliamentarians all the way from Cross River State and Ondo State who also came along with you. Ladies and gentlemen, moving forward, would like to take an address. And it's my pleasure to invite a friend of ABIA, a highly cerebral senior advocate of Nigeria, Honorable Minister of Aviation, Chief Festus Keyamo, to speak to us. Please, a round of applause. A round of applause as the Honorable Minister proceeds to address us.
Abia Mamano. Did I get it right? Usulu Mamano. Before I adopt the protocols that were established here earlier, let me recognize His Excellency, my very, very good friend and elder brother for so many years now, Governor Alex Oti. I also want to recognize the Deputy Speaker of the Federal House of Representatives, a very good friend and a bosom brother, Benjamin Kalu. And of course, my successor in office, a lady who is sitting on the chair I sat for 4 years as Minister of State Labor, Honorable Nkiruka Oyejesha. And then I would then adopt all the protocols that were established here before I came. I want to say I bring the very warm greetings of His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to the great people of Abia State. When I told him I'm coming here today, we held a fake meeting yesterday. He was very glad to dispatch me to this occasion. But let me put what is happening here today in proper perspective. It was shortly after we took office, and I was briefing the President about the aviation sector. The President asked me, why does ABIA not have at least an airstrip? It was the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that asked me that he doesn't want any part of this country to be cheated. And in the southeast in particular, it is only in Abia State you cannot land an aircraft. And so he said, make sure that in the 2024 budget, at least give Abia an airstrip. The President said so. I was lucky to have a permanent secretary who is also from Abia State. And he's here, Emmanuel Meribole, from Abia. So I was surrounded by everybody's, if I was hedged, in by people whose interests, I had uppermost in mind. And then of course, the President's motivation was also the fact that whether you like it or not, he loves the governor of this state. He loves his spirit. I know comments he has made about the governor of this state and how much his people here love him so much. Today is not a day for politics. He strayed away. He was with us. He strayed away like the prodigal son. Benjamin Kalu. The prodigal son came back home at least. Let us leave that for another day. He came back. Well, he strayed away. So we love him. We love him very well. And of course, your son. I repeat, your son, your very proud son, who the President endorsed and recommended to members of the House of Representatives to vote for
as Deputy Senate President is somebody who is also very close to the heart of Mr. President. And he said, for the sake of all of this, the governor, the Deputy Speaker, please give them an airstrip. That was the beginning of the story. And then when I called Dr. Alex Oti and I broke the news to him, he said, no, I will partner with you. I will also put counterpart funding. Let us upgrade it to an international airport. This was what happened. As Minister of Aviation, I'm just telling you the trajectory. This is exactly what happened. And he said, no, because ABIA is the heart of industrialization of the Southeast. It doesn't add at all that the heart of industrialization of the Southeast does not have an airport. And I can tell you that there are already plans afoot, myself and the governor just spoke, that it's not just going to be a passenger airport, but a cargo airport too. Most of the beautiful things we say made in Nigeria are made in ABIA, most of them. There's no reason why we cannot process goods from here, manufactured in Nigeria, process them and export directly from ABIA instead of taking them elsewhere for logistic purpose. We should be very, very proud of what is happening here today. And that is special love of the president for ABIA State. So I can tell you, just to add a few words to what I think it was my brother, my elder, brother Adolphus Wagbara, my big uncle that mentioned it about the profitability of an airport. People sometimes criticize the siting of airports that they think are not commercially viable. But the question you ask, I'll answer it in two ways. Is that what comes first? Is it the chicken or the egg? Because it is the airports that actually generate economic activities. So it's not the other way around that you have to generate economic activities to the zenith before you give an airport. An airport is an enabler. So it is not an argument to say we don't have enough economic activities. Look at the potentials of ABIA State I mentioned as an industrial hub of the Southeast. An airport will only be an enabler for that. But most importantly, an airport is also a social infrastructure, not just an economic one. You must be able to access every part of this country by air. Because you never know when even a part of this country may be cut off by flood, by natural disasters, and you cannot reach the people of that community by air to deliver goods, supplies, medical supplies, or humanitarian, things to them. So you should be able to access every part of this country by air. And then it wasn't good at all that ABIA had been cut off from the aviation ecosystem, of this country. So congratulations to the people of ABIA State. Congratulations to the people of Unsulu. And I was just discussing with the governor before I came here. Take it from me. He told me that when the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria wants to commence the airport, the people of Unsulu first should be considered even before the people of ABIA State. MD fan, stand up. I'm giving you a directive now. MD fan, people of Unsulu first before the people of ABIA State. We'll talk about the percentage later. We're not talking of percentage now. But you must consider them first for employment and to run this airport in the state before you consider it is their property. Let them own it, let them value it, and let them, run it for the good of the country. So I want to congratulate you. I will go and do the groundbreaking ceremony now, and I can assure you that a little bird in the name of Benjamin Kalu is a little bird that whispered that was the proposal, because 2024 we put some money there just to clear and start. Benjamin Kalu, this is your man, hold him well, oh. He said he's ready to put on the boxing gloves. Once it arrives National Assembly, he will double and triple the amount inside the budget. Not be so you talk. So men are hold on well, oh. If you cannot see plenty money inside, now Ben na go home. Ben na hold Ben. Thank you and God bless you all. Abia Mamano. God bless you.
Please, another round of applause for the Minister of Aviation, Chief Festus Kayamo, SAN. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, will be taking a vote of thanks coming from the Chief of Staff to the Governor of Abia State, Pastor Kellen Ajaba, PhD. Thank you.
Abia, Mamano, Kelewano, Mamano, Kelewano, Nsulu, Mamano, Kelewano, Mamano, Kelewano. Your Excellency, Dr. Alex Chioma Oti, a first-class governor, a man that God sent on a divine rescue mission. Abians began to cry. For 32 years, no visible sign of development. And their cry came to God. And God said, who shall I send? And Abias earnestly desired to have Dr. Alex Chioma Oti. Your Excellency, I want to let you know that you came because of an answered prayer. Please permit me to recognize the Right Honorable Benjamin Okezie Kalu, the Deputy Speaker of the Federal House of Representatives, and also the Honorable Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Honorable Festus Kayamo. Of course, not forgetting the Honorable Minister of State for Labor and Productivity, Honorable Kiru Onye Georgia. Please let me stand on this existing protocol. Your Excellency, today, December 17, 2024, makes it exactly 569 days you have been governor. You were sworn in 29th of May 2023. And when you came, you told Abians, weep not, because help is here. Today, we are here to witness an epoch-making event. One that is going to redefine the economic status of Abia State, especially the people who live within this corridor. And I happen to be a very proud Nsulu man. Your Excellency, Nsulu people are not against this airport. The truth is that when someone has stayed in a particular situation for too long, even when you want to bring him out, he will fight you because he's accustomed to suffering. He's accustomed to all kinds of slavish condition that has been the lot of Abians. That's why when that issue came up, because Games Village in Sulu was abandoned, you did not abandon them. You did not abandon that project. You indeed came and started by completing all unfinished projects. Today, just 81 weeks, Your Excellency, I want to thank you. You are an answer to the prayer. So, Nsulu, Nde Nsulu, Game Nante. Jesus said, what you see me do now, you may not understand. But time will come when you will understand. What you are seeing today, you may not understand. But in the next 3 to 5 years, you will be able to return and you'll be able to lift your hands to heaven and celebrate the faithfulness of God, who has dealt wondrously unto you, Nsulu, my people. Honorable Minister, please greet the President for us. We appreciate. I want to greet and celebrate everyone who has come here, especially all the traditional rulers, all the great men that have come here, abandoning every other thing they would have been doing. One thing is sure, the one that God gave us is not a man whose eyes are fixated on electoral victories. He's a transformational leader. And one thing that is noticeable about transformational leaders is that they are thinking of the future. How will this project benefit the future generation? Your Excellency, you took a big risk. Others would have chickened out, but you have been to the high mountain like Martin Luther King, seen the promised land. And I want to let you know, Abians, you will enjoy the good of the land. God bless you. As you go, God will go with you and grant you answers of peace. Youths of Nsulu, everyone, the Honorable Minister has already said it, you will be working here. Whether you are a farmer or not, once this airport starts, bring out your produce along the road. They will pay you what those who enter plane will pay you. They will not pay you ordinary price. They will pay you a marked up price because you are special. God bless you.
Thank you so much, the Chief of Staff to His Excellency the Governor, Pastor Kelly Ajaba, PhD, for the wonderful vote of thanks. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and now to the big one. It can only take a man of honor who has got a name to protect to make promises and see to its fruition. I want to bring to us our dear governor, who is indeed a detribalized Nigerian. I want to bring to us an unapologetic advocate for good governance. His Excellency, a pride to us and of course the Nigerian nation. The Executive Governor of Abia State, Dr. Alex Oti, OFR, to speak to his people. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please be seated. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, here represented by the Honorable Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, who doubles also as my brother, my friend for several decades, Barrister Festus Keyamo, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. And he also recognized in a special way my own brother, Right Honorable Benjamin Okezie Carlos,
this is
our son,
this is Quadri.
and the representative of the biggest federal constituency in the country.
Okay, can you hear me?
Bende Federal Constituency.
Get out of here now.
Where a local government is a federal constituency, you agree with me that is the biggest federal constituency. He is the Deputy Speaker of the 10th Assembly.
Federal House of Representatives. Let me also recognize our elder statesman, distinguished Senator Adolphus Wabara, GCOM. Thank you very much, sir, for leaving everything to join us here today. At the same time, distinguished Senator Bob Wannono flew in from Houston 2 days ago, and today he's here. Distinguished, thank you very much for joining us. My sister, in whom I'm well pleased, Honorable Nkiru Onyejocha, PhD. She is the Minister of State in charge of Labor and Employment. She didn't want to add productivity to it. I'll add productivity to it. Elder statesman and an ABIAN to the core, one of the founding fathers of this state, Prince B.B. Apugo, Ochealandi Abia State. Thank you very much for joining us. Right Honorable Speaker of the 8th Assembly in Abia State, Right Honorable Emmanuel Emerowa. If you don't mind, I'll use you to recognize both your deputy and all your members that are here, and you are complete. Thank you very much. Let me especially recognize the Chairman, Council of Traditional Rulers in Abia State, His Royal Majesty Eze Linus Ntomba. Permit me to use you to reach out to your brother traditional rulers and all the custodians of our culture that are here with us. I'd like to recognize the mayor of Isialangwa North, Ambassador Innocent Uruapa. I'd like to use you to reach out to other mayors, and I can see a great majority of you are seated here with your deputies and the councillors in the different local governments. You are all welcome. Service commanders, Brigadier General Oodia. Permit me to use you to reach out to other service commanders, including the Commissioner of Police and all the security agents that are here. Thank you very much for letting us bother you at this time. The Chief of Air Staff is represented here by our brother. Thank you very much. The Chief of Air Staff is Chief Air Marshal H.P. Abubakar, that is represented by APM ILO. Thank you very much for joining us here today. And of course, my own friend and my brother, who is also a member of the Abia State Security Council, the Security Advisory Council, ABIA. You are welcome. Thank you for leaving everything you were doing to be here. The Secretary to the State Government, Professor Kenneth Carlo. Permit me to use you to reach out to members of the Executive Council and every other government appointee that is here with us. Sons of the soil. Let me use the Chief of Staff to the Governor to recognize all the Nsulu people that are here. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen of the press, I may not have recognized you, but permit me to stand on other existing protocols. Before I proceed, I would like us to take a moment to remember an elder statesman who passed on not long ago, who would have loved to be here if not for death. But we are happy that he didn't depart this world. At that age, he passed on at 92. I do know that even if we had some political differences, one of the things he would have loved to see is an airport in Abia State. Village people will not succeed. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking of no other than Emmanuel Atelu. And I would like us to stand up and observe a minute silence for him. May the soul of Elder Emmanuel Adelu, who will be laid to Mother Earth tomorrow, rest in the bosom of the Lord. Amen. Please be seated. I've titled my short speech today on a higher plane. And the plane, I mean, is not the aeroplane. That maybe is the aeroplane. I know there is a song that talks about a higher plane. Do you remember that song?
I'm pressing hard the upward ways, no heights and things. Breaking glass, I onward bound. Lord, let mercy hold high.
That's what I'm saying. Just shift it. I'm blocking some messages.
By faithful hand and stable land, a higher plane that I have found. Lord, let my feet on higher ground.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Leadership is about making the most of the regular and special opportunities that come our way to drive new possibilities. We made a commitment that under our watch, ABIA will never let any promising opportunities slip by. Whether it is collaborating with multilateral partners, federal government and its agencies, sister states, business organizations and individuals who have something of value to offer us, we are constantly open to making the most of the opportunities we find, because here lies a path to sustained progress. This philosophy explains why we have expanded channels of engagement with international development partners and effectively repositioned our state for first-line considerations whenever there are programs that we qualify for. Our readiness to take advantage of the opportunities that are inherent in these partnerships have multiplied our footprints in critical social and economic sectors, expanding access to health and education, especially for the most vulnerable in our communities. Your state recently won a grant of $400,000 from such collaborations. The fund will be used to support our development initiatives in the primary health care sector. Through our partnership with the multinational organizations, we have been able to support thousands of young ABIA entrepreneurs with funds to start up or expand their existing businesses, amongst other benefits. ABIA, I'm glad to report, has become a model state on the strength of our transparency and commitment to stipulated guidelines in the management of the resources that flow to the state from our partners. Just like we have always done, we jettison differences in political party affiliations to pursue opportunities that will support the social and economic transformation of the state in Abuja, the improved state of many federal roads in the state, support for our security commitments through the deployment of personnel and intelligence gathering operations, and the expansion of development bridges in finance, education, health, and other areas of interest are sufficient proofs that the welfare and long-term development aspirations of the state count more for us than political considerations. I would like to use this auspicious occasion to specially thank the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for his practical commitment to the rapid socio-economic development of this part of the country. Mr. President not only approved the initial plan to build an airstrip in the state, but he also magnanimously consented to our proposal to expand the scope of the project to become a full-fledged airport. Today we have gathered in Obaha as one community united in love of fatherland to witness the historic flag off of the ABIA Airport project. I want to welcome in a very special way the Honorable Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Barrister Festus Kemon, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, to our dear state for this great event. The Honorable Minister has proven to be a great friend of Ndi ABIA by the level of commitment he put in to make today's event feasible. I would like to invite us to join me in thanking the Honorable Minister for specially considering ABIA as one of the benefiting states in the spread of the airstrip project and going beyond his regular routine to make this groundbreaking ceremony a reality today. I'm certain that with his commitment and the continuing support of Mr. President and of course the Deputy Speaker and his colleagues, the senators and everyone, this project will be completed on schedule. And we shall return here in about 36 months or less to commission the airport and welcome the inaugural flight with Mr. President and the Minister on board. Permit me, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to also underscore the fact that this is the only out of the 6 airstrip projects that we are put in the budget that is being commissioned. I would like to also acknowledge the special contribution of the Permanent Secretary in the Federal Ministry of Aviation, Dr. Emmanuel Meripole, a proud son of the state, for his efforts and support to this project, especially at the conception stages. He generously availed us his experience and technical expertise at no fee. Dr. Meripole's selfless service models what we expect from our brothers and sisters occupying positions of influence in different establishments. While we will never encourage anyone to break rules, we expect that you will always use your good offices to support our development initiatives or attract new ones, because this is part of your larger constituency. I would like to also underscore the point Dr. Ibole 1 more week before he retires from the ministry. I want to wish him well. I had already served notice to the Honorable Minister that as he retires, he should head home because we have work for him here. I want to also specially thank the Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal H.B. Abubakar, who is represented here by Air Vice Marshal Ilo, for his consistent support and for approving an Air Force base to be located here at the airport. Our thanks also go to the Deputy Speaker, House of Representatives, Right Honorable Benjamin Carlo and his colleagues who are here in person to witness this event. Our appreciation also goes to our sister. We are very proud of Honorable Nkiru Onyejocha, PhD, Minister of State for Labor and Employment, for being consistent with her support. I have heard and read several comments castigating the choice of this project, with many perhaps speaking from a point of limited information, dismissing the ABIA project, airport project as a low priority initiative that should not happen now. May I respectfully respond to these critics by first acknowledging their right to hold and express an opinion, even if it is different. Let me also thank them for their interest in the development conversation around ABIA. As I have consistently maintained, our government is very open to criticisms, and we welcome interactions that are undertaken in pursuit of public interest, even when they are not very favorable to our preferences. Nigeria is a democratic society, and the advantage we have over those who dominated conversations like this in the mid-80s and early 90s is twofold. First, the freedom to disagree with those in authority and the availability of multiple platforms to disseminate our thoughts. Even then, there is one important responsibility we often tend to ignore when we exercise the right to hold and share an opinion, and that is the obligation to place facts above emotions. When we begin to incite mistrust and hatred in pursuit of a hidden political agenda, then the law enforcement agencies will be required, as a matter of duty, to be on the guard against possible breakdown of law and order, because democracy itself can survive neither anarchy nor a siege of violence. To those who remain stuck in the pocket-sized vision of the old order, an airport project, just like we have been told by a few people who spoke earlier, is clearly not an important consideration because one has to crawl before walking. In the new ABIA, however, an airport is not just an important project for the long-term prosperity of the state. It is an integral component of our vision to open the state to the world. We are poised to turn ABIA into a major destination hub that will welcome hundreds of thousands of unique visitors from different parts of the world every month. Let me also make the point that we are not just building an airport that will be tucked away in some obscure location. No, far from it. We are building an airport city. Difference between an airport and an airport city, with a lot of ancillary developments around it. Sulugens village is in this community, and we have started the process of making it functional. Other facilities, including hotels, will follow suit. Our aspiration will be impaired without a dedicated airport to serve our most important urban destination. Recall that I announced last week that we have reached an understanding with a major global hospitality brand to turn the long-abandoned Enyimba Hotel into a 250-room 5-star facility with a world-class convention center. In fact, the hotel brand is Radisson Blue. So very soon we'll have a Radisson Blue 5-star hotel in Aba. The success of this investment will be threatened if it cannot be accessed in a seamless way from the nearest airport. As I also announced recently, we have reached an understanding with an investment partner to drive the ABIA Medical City project. This will be flagged off within the first quarter of 2025. The full value of the Medical City project, designed to drastically reduce medical tourism by providing access to first-rate services domestically, can only be actualized by having a functional airport not far from the project location. Our infrastructure restoration and expansion project in Aba is happening at such a great speed. We are already seeing the fruits in the quality of investments coming into the city, as well as inquiries from more business interests, hoping to take advantage of the burst of fresh opportunities to create value for their shareholders. This airport will therefore serve a new advantage to the appeal of Aba as an important destination in the West African sub-region. Umuahia, the state capital, is also witnessing a significant turnaround as we continue to remake the city into a thriving business and administrative center. Beyond Aba and Umuahia, we have also set up the Greater Ohafia Development Agency to fast-track the transformation of Ohafia and other parts of the northern district of the state. The expectation is that GODA will evolve initiatives that private sector players can jump at to create new opportunities in the northern part of the state. An airport in Abia, particularly at this location, will not only accelerate our urbanization agenda beyond Aba and Umuahia, it will also send a clear signal to the world that we are open and prepared to rise to a higher plane in the race for social and economic transformation of our homeland. With the scope of our development agenda, the volume of investments we anticipate, and the projected influx of high net worth individuals to the state for businesses, conferences, and events, or even for holidays, investing in an airport is certainly the right decision. It has to be noted that an airport is not just the preferred means of travel for the elites. This is a safer and more economical mode of transport for those who want to make every second count. It is also the fastest means to transport essential goods, just like the Honorable Minister has said. We found our dream becoming a reality when, without our prompting, the federal government, through the office of the Honorable Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, selected ABIA as one of the states where an airstrip will be sited as captured in the 2024 Appropriation Act. This project, therefore, is happening at the instance of the federal government, I repeat, because they initiated and would fund it following the donation of land for that purpose by the state. However, because we are a government that is fiercely determined to making the most of every opportunity we realize that this was actually an invitation to the state to have a full-fledged airport to serve its development aspirations. This sense of awareness made us to request the federal government to give us the opportunity to partner with it to expand the original project by extending the runway, which is essentially the difference between an airport and an airstrip. The logic is simple. If we can have an airstrip, why can't we take advantage of the opportunity that has been offered to us to get a full-fledged airport? Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our being here today is proof that we are on track. And as I've always said, whatever we start, we must definitely and successfully complete it. The initial design of this project will allow for what they call a Type 4D runway of 2.8 kilometers with provision for further upgrade to type 4E runway, which is the longest runway of 3.6 kilometers to accommodate bigger sizes of aircraft in due course. So what this means is that Boeing 737-800 series will land here, Boeing 767 will land here, 777 will land here, and 787 will also land here. Of course, with other cargo planes. Let me on this note thank the good people of Obaha, Umuala, Iputu, Umuosu, Umuezuku, Umuode, and Umuoma Ntambose for their generosity and support for this project. May I quickly inform you that we have started preparations for payment of compensation to genuine landowners. Even if you have to say, we are a compassionate administration. So even when the law has vested ownership of the land on the state government, we will still go ahead to pay every reasonable compensation to those whose lands are used for projects that are geared towards the greater public good. At any rate, the most important fact is that, like the state government, the landowners in these communities are also investors in these opportunities. Haven't joined us in the faith that this will be a profitable investment, one that will create jobs for our children, like has been noted earlier, and opportunities for local entrepreneurs. I can readily assure you today that you shall reap the full benefits of your investment in the fullness of time. May I once again assure you that this is our collective project and we have a responsibility to work together to actualize it. We have activated a multi-level support structure to be coordinated by the Office of the Chief of Staff, who is not only from this community, but is also an anointed man of God, to respond to your inquiries. The coordinating team shall be populated by senior officials of the government, the contractors, and of course, the representatives of this community. One thing you can take to the bank is that no one will be cheated. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me thank you most sincerely for coming out today to be part of this program. Thank you for the support to this government. Thank the Zulu people for the donation of their land and reassure them that they will be paid everything due them. And it's on this note, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, that I will invite the President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, here be represented by the Honorable Minister for Aviation and Aerospace Development, Barrister Festus Keyamo, the Deputy Speaker, House of Representatives, the Honorable Minister, Employment and Productivity, and of course, every other person who has been pre-selected to join me as we turn this out and flag the ABIA Airport project up. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening. God bless you.
Thank you. Please, another round of applause for His Excellency, the promise-keeping Governor of Abia State, Dr. Alex Oti, OFR. Please, we'll all be driving down to the land where the airport will be sited. And of course, after the groundbreaking will be the national anthem. And that brings the session to a close. God bless everyone.
Like
Legend the one that